Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're unpacking a really inspiring story. It's all about vision, technology, overcoming challenges. We've pulled from the sources you shared, and our mission really is to give you the key insights, a shortcut to understanding this incredible journey. We're following a young man from Accra in Ghana. He started out, hawking sachet water on the streets and ended up becoming a visionary tech entrepreneur. Quite the transformation. So let's dig in. Where did this all begin? The story starts right in the heart of Accra. This young man, Kofi, living in just a single room, often hungry, that constant feeling. Days starting super early before dawn, shouting over the noise of the trotros, the minibuses, just selling water to get by. But even with just a kerosene lamp, he was poring over borrowed books. Anything about tech, he just absorbed it. He really saw education as his way out, dreaming about computers, about code.
Yeah, and what strikes me immediately is how Kofi saw technology. It wasn't like a luxury item for him, not at all. It was a tool, a window to something else, a way to actually create. Despite, the immediate daily struggle, his focus was on the future, on building solutions. And it makes you think, doesn't it? How often does real hardship sharpen that focus on innovation and
Well,
sort
that's
of
right.
forces resourcefulness?
Definitely. And here's where things get, well, really interesting. One incredibly hot afternoon, a mobile internet cafe pops up near his neighborhood. And, I mean, it was basically a shack. Old, clunky computers,
Okay.
but for Kofi. It was like a portal opening up. He saved every single pasewa, every seating he could, sometimes skipping meals even, just for an hour or two online. Exploring, he started teaching himself basic coding, HTML, JavaScript, that kind of thing. Pulling tutorials from old websites, fingers flying on these sticky keyboards. Meanwhile, his mother, who sold Kanki, a really resilient woman, she was worried. She said, Kofi, these machines, they won't put food on the table. That immediate need, right?
Yeah. Right. And that's such a crucial point, that tension, the immediate, very real need for food versus this long-term tech dream. What's so compelling is his drive, that relentless self-teaching, the sacrifice. It's extraordinary motivation. He saw potential where, others just saw machines, maybe even distractions from the real work of survival. It highlights that leap of faith involved, believing in something long-term over immediate needs.
Yeah, a huge leap. And then came the turning point, a local innovation challenge. Prize wasn't huge, but the opportunity, that was immense. Kofi had this idea for a simple app, really intuitive. He called it AgriLink. The concept was to connect small farmers in rural areas straight to city buyers, cutting out the middlemen, the ones who often exploit them, getting fair prices. He worked like crazy, fueled by strong Ghanaian tea, debugging code late into the night, thinking about his mother's sacrifices, his siblings, the farmers he wanted to help. It kept him going.
And this really drives home a key principle, I think. How often do the best innovations come from lived experience? Kofi wasn't just coding an app, he was solving a problem he understood deeply, personally. The judges apparently were stunned. Here's this young man, maybe his shirt's a bit too big, presenting with such raw talent and potential impact. They were used to polished university pitches. But AgriLink, it wasn't just code. It felt like a potential revolution for local commerce.
Absolutely. So he wins, uses the prize money, gets a small investment from one judge, and boom, launches the company. And importantly, he hires a small team. He starts training young people from his own community, giving them the same kind of chance he had fought so hard for, paying it forward. AgriLink started to grow, connecting thousands of farmers, genuinely transforming lives across Ghana.
It's fascinating, isn't it? His personal journey wasn't just his success story. It didn't end there. He immediately used his success, his platform, to create opportunities for others right there in his community. His story, it became this beacon of hope. Proof that poverty isn't necessarily destiny. It's a challenge, yes, but one that courage, hard work, and importantly, technology can help overcome, especially technology rooted in community needs.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway for you listening? Kofi's journey, from selling water on the street to building tech that builds bridges.
Yeah.
It's just a powerful reminder. One line of code at a time, building a brighter future.
It really is. And it's more than just inspiration. It's a case study in what some call innovation from necessity. It shows how often the most impactful solutions might not come from the usual places, like Silicon Valley, but from people with deep, intimate understanding of real-world problems in their own communities. So maybe the question to leave you with is this: where are the opportunities for innovation hiding in plain sight around you? What local challenges could be met, could be transformed by connecting them with technology in a meaningful way? Something to think about.